What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today's video we are going to be taking a look at a Redmi K20 Pro running Android 11 beta. So again over here, a bunch of you guys did actually ask me after posting on my Instagram that I booted this Android 11 GSI a couple of days back. So again, this is a Irfan's GSI based on the Pixel 2, and again a subscriber did actually help me in finding a good vendor. Cause if you have actually noticed, I have made these reviews on my Redmi Note 5 Pro, Redmi Note 7 Pro, and those devices pretty much just completely work fine with it. Like even the Redmi Note 5 Pro has multi-working on Android R with all the networking services and even the FM radio. But for some of the Xiaomi devices like this, which are very weird onto the hardware and not a lot of developers do actually own it, you need to find your things yourself. So again over here, this is not the optimum usage for daily at all. Again, this is not even like usable for a normal usage, to be honest, cause it only runs like a few things like your display, camera and stuff, but it's very broken. Like the vendor choices are very narrow. Few of the people have actually managed to put this on a Pixel Experience vendor, which is a MIUI vendor with some pixel overlays, but even that is very unstable. Device has very random reboots. But here we have actually used a OSS vendor from Paneroid ROM, and it pretty much works very fine, but there are a lot of issues. For example, the sensors and everything just work fine, like the camera, your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, flashlight, everything just works fine on that department. But specifically software wise, this vendor doesn't support root for Android R like Magix or even Fusion's super user. It's not supported at all over here. So for example, your normal things like popping up the camera with macro droid is not possible right over here, like we used to do in the earlier days of Auction OS, or just normal patches and everything just don't work fine over here. Again, it doesn't support pixel overlays for some of the weird reasons, so the vendor itself doesn't come with anything. I have actually manually added some pixel overlays, but still bunch of the features just don't work at all, which are software related, and even the system web view is just completely broken. So again, there are some mounting issues with the recovery on the raffle, and you can't actually install it just over the OS cause there is no root. So again over here, this is not for daily use at all. I'm just sharing the vendor that I've used, and it actually boots couple of GSI. So if you are someone who just wants to test it out, or if you are a developer looking for a suitable vendor, just go ahead in the description. And again, just follow me on Instagram cause I do actually upload there a lot before. Like you can actually notice I have like pretty much zero interest right now in YouTube, so I just do everything right over there like a week earlier than I post on my YouTube channel. So again over here, let's just take a look. The performance over here is phenomenal. Like the booting speeds are quite amazing. Again, it's a Snapdragon 855 phone, but it doesn't have the faster boot which the early versions of Android had due to some security reasons. But over here, the speed is just amazing. As you can see, the apps open in a blink. Even you have the Chrome right over here, the Play Store, and as I told you, system web view is just completely broken. You can't sign into things and everything. Like it can just go on everywhere or just crash completely, cause I have just tried many things manually. But if someone is able to get this fixed, let me know in the comment section below. It would be a lot of help. I will pin your comment. But just going through more things like the system UI, it looks just amazing on this AMOLED display. Again, the brightness is just maxed out cause of the OLED saver. It doesn't have any inbuilt system DC dimming, so I'm using this app. That's why the brightness is just maxed out. But you do have your normal toggles, and this is based off the latest final beta of Android 11. So it has the brand new screen record toggle, live caption, you have the beta toggle right over there, dark theme, your focus mode, bedtime, storage, just your normal stuff. Again, your Gcams are just completely supported right over here, and all the lenses just do actually work, which is quite great, but just toggling them is a headache. Music control right over here. Again, you can just dismiss it right over here, or you can just go to the settings of it to just toggle more things, and Spotify has crashed. Like hide player after the media session has been ended, which by default just works even if you just don't toggle it over here. And then let's just go to the settings app. Again, you have pretty much normal things like the Fusion's triple settings, connection, apps, battery, normal stuff. And again, the battery life over here hasn't been that bad at all. Like I charged this phone almost like 8 days ago, and I haven't been using a lot, like 1 hour of screen on time, but the idle battery drain is just amazing, which we haven't actually seen with the MIUI vendors for Redmi Note 5 Pro or the Note 7 Pro. But scrolling down, you have display and everything. And then again, as I told you guys, the pixel overlays are just completely broken right over here. So for some of the settings that actually use the pixels, animations and stuff just completely crash. So it's loaded again. You have sound completely working fine, storage, privacy, location, everything just works fine. Now in terms of biometrics, of course, Pixel GSIs no longer have a face unlock in Android 10 or 11. And the fingerprint scanner is just of course completely broken. I guess only one phone currently has in-display fingerprint scanner working on a GSI, that's I guess OnePlus 60 on MIUI 12. And then you have normal things like Android 11. So going down to the about phone section, you have of course the latest security patch, Google Play System update June 1 based on the vendor, and you have the Easter egg right over here, which again looks very beautiful on this AMOLED display. Can't wait for the Poco F2 Pro or the K30 Ultra to launch in India, but this is the Easter egg. You have to just dial it 3 times. There you go. And then again, as our web view is just completely broken, the Easter egg doesn't actually add anything to your power menu, but basically it's just the Nougat cat game. You have to feed the cat, or it just sends you random notifications or just reminds you of newer features of Android 11. And yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the quick look of Android 11 on the Redmi K20 Pro. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you found this helpful, please drop a like and subscribe down there for more content like this. And the installation is very straightforward and simple. You have to just flash the ROM, wipe system, flash GSI, and just reboot right ahead. Again, there would be many bugs that can't be actually fixed. Like I actually managed myself to just fix some of the things like power menu, gestures, and the OTG, but for you guys it might be just broken right off the first boot. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.